Hey guys, this is Manny P, and this is my review on the Sony WH1000XM3s. Okay, now I've been thinking about it. I've been going through lots of sets of headphones. I've been through the Skull Candy Crushers, Candy Crusher 360s. Uh, let's see, the Sony 950B1s, which I thought were pretty good. Even the Crushers I thought were pretty good. The 360s, I thought they were too much money for what they were giving you. Uh, the Bose, which is a good contender, I'll tell you right now. I mean, the only problem I had with the Bose is that maybe the bass was a little bit too thin of a sound, but with the Bose, you get a nice, clear, true sound to what the recording was like. So let's get to the details on the Sony here, because I don't want to make this a long and boring video. I'm going to show you some details about it. Okay, we got Bluetooth 4.1 on here. It's noise canceling. The noise canceling on here I think is the best in the market compared to the Bose. The Bose puts a little bit of pressure on your eardrums and gets a little uncomfortable when you first start using them. That after a week of use, you get used to it. These don't put any pressure in it, and it's adjustable also. So I'm gonna take a few screenshots of the settings on the Sony app and show you what's going on here. You have a DSEE and you have a LDAC on here. What most people don't realize with the LDAC is that when you pair your device, you got to go into the device settings on your phone on Bluetooth, and you got to activate the LDAC. Okay, and I didn't realize that. I did it just from playing around and maybe web browsing a few things on LDAC and some of the technologies that Sony has thrown in here. So here I'm thinking, the Bose is pretty clear, but once you put in that LDAC, okay, and you don't mess around with your equalizer, you don't mess around with the surround sounds, you're running at a priority setting for sound quality. It's a pretty good sound coming out of these headphones and pretty clear to boot on top of that. So this is a good contender. I feel for 2018, this is the headset to buy. It has a lot of features, has a lot of things you can do with it to your liking. You can customize it anyway. The Bose, you're limited to what you can do with it, and you'd have to go into your own settings and play around with the equalizer. But this one, you have your own equalizer, and if you want to set down your priority settings to a more stable connection, it's going to give you a lower quality of sound, but you can play around with it that way too. It's up to you. It's your preference on what you like. All right, so here's the case here. They give you a nice hard case on this package here. As you open it up, you can see that it's laid in flat, but these fold up also. You got your audio cable. You got your USB-C cord for charging, and that's something that Bose doesn't give you. You got the airplane connection on here to plug it into if you're flying someplace, and Bose does not even supply that anymore. They used to supply it, but they don't supply it anymore. So far as the headset, I think it's made of good quality. This is my second time buying these. So I went and returned the Bose and got these again, just to compare the two. And I'll admit, the Bose is very clear. It's more true to the sense. It's more of a high fidelity experience. It's immersive, where the Bose is more of a true experience to how the song was recorded. So it all depends on your taste, okay? So what do we got on this thing? We got NFC, okay, which is on which side of the cup? You'll see it over here. You got your markings, for your NFC, and any device that has NFC will have that marking on there, okay? Got nice thick padding for the headband here. The ear cups compared to the X2s that were released prior to this are much better than the old ones because they actually fit around your ears. The X2s were sitting on top of my ears, and I found them quite uncomfortable, so I had to return those. You got your mics, they're recessed for your noise canceling. The only downside to the mic on the Sony is that phone call quality is not all that great, where the Bose comes ahead on that one. Okay, and I feel that the ear cups on the Bose are better. I think they're more comfortable. That's my opinion. But these are still comfortable. Don't get me wrong here. They still are comfortable. You could wear these for hours and you have no problem. Maybe a little more sweat on the inner cup, but no problem. You got your power button here. Okay. You got your audio connection there. And you got your noise canceling button, but I set this up to Google Assistant. And that's another thing, like most people may get confused about setting up your Google Assistant. What you got to do is go onto your Google Assistant app, tap on it, and then press that button, and it'll automatically set it up in your settings, and it'll recognize the headphones, and your headphones should show up on the settings, and that's when you know you're in it. It'll ask you to do a command on it, to play around, to make sure that it's in, and you do that command and you're in. So from here on in, you could use that for your noise canceling. If you want to change your noise canceling, you could always go on the Sony app. The Sony app has many ways that you can use your noise canceling on it. So far as physical buttons, that's pretty much about it. There's nothing over here. You got your touch and swipe pad, which we would swipe forward to go forward, swipe backwards to go backwards. Volume up, volume down. Okay, double tap to play, double tap to pause. Okay, this is okay. I mean, it works okay. Maybe I got to get used to it. Sony, hear me out here. Maybe it might be a good idea to put some physical buttons that you can use. Maybe make it multi-purpose. Make it for somebody that could either set the buttons up to do fast forward, pause, and play, and you could default that and put it on a touch swipe and give a little bit of both, and you cover both ends of the market here. Okay, so long-term use. So far as the battery is solid on with so far as how long you can use it and how long it'll play for. You got 30 hours. I think 5 minutes gives you another 5 hours. It's got a quick charge on it. Distance, so far as walking around the house and using them to, with my device being maybe upstairs or on the other side of the house, is pretty good. I haven't had any bump outs or knockouts. It's pretty solid on connection. That's pretty much about it. I mean, if you're looking for a set of headphones and you're going to spend $349, my two top picks for 2018 would be the Bose QC35s and the Sony WH1000XM3s. But my number one pick is the XM3s. And if you're going to spend $349, you might as well get the most technology that you can get out of your headphones, because that's what you're paying for, is that technology and the extra things that they throw into it. And it's good to be with a device that you can play around with and set it to your own way, rather than a company telling you how it's going to work. So you tell me, does it make sense for you to spend the $349? You decide.